Welcome back to SnowRunner. Off we are here with the Zikz, the Padera, and the generator. Oh yeah, we do need sandbags right now because we are going to finish up the paper factory section C. I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, this was a pain in the membrane though. By the way, this Zikz was totally fueled up. Amazing, right? You know how long did it take? Well, you did not see it, but believe me, it takes a very long time. Now, not just that, but oh boy, the amount of, how shall we say, right, you know, gasoline that has been going through everything here is just wild though. It really is something else, isn't it? Now we have the Padera with a tiny little fuel station on the back. We got some reserves and we got some in our own tank right now. Yeah, it is what it is right now. So let's just stop this one, turn on the generator. This should be enough right over there, I suppose. Oh, change the truck. It's too far away. Of course it is. Zikz 612 hates right away. And there we go. Though we do need sandbags, right? You know, fuel required. Yes. That's not a lot, by the way. So I kind of want to just do this right now. You know what I mean? Just use all of it if we ever do need all of it. Then we are going to haul it back and forth. Now, the Zikz is empty, my boys. And that's a very bad thing right now. So, technically, I have to do another haul just to get some gasoline back. We got some reserves, so we will be using that, of course, instead. Now, let's go deliver the sandbags. And by the way, we have to deliver sand and cement. So, that's a good combination. Let's keep them going, though, Zikz. Yeah, I didn't use it for a while though, so I thought like, yeah, let's just do it. Let's just do it. We used it for recovery, but that's about it, I suppose. Oh, look at that though, huh? Yeah, I'm a little bit used to more, not more powerful trucks, but more capable trucks though right now. And the funny thing about it is, even older trucks are a little bit more capable in high gear. I'm talking especially about high gear though, nothing else. Oh yeah, look at the chimney though, huh? Man, we are the reason why there are fog banks in Wisconsin, by the way. IRL talking to, of course. Alright, back into high gear. But it is fun though to drive some of your favorite trucks though. And this one, yeah, this one was the Moo was with us for quite a while, since Michigan, by the way. I kind of regret using this truck though so early on, but it did help us out a lot. But yeah, I kind of regret it because it was just so capable in the deep mud and all. The struggles were a little bit laughable though, just a little bit. But I did it mostly because we did not level up enough, right? You know, for the mud tires to be unlocked and all, right? So that we could actually do something there in Michigan, you know, without losing our mind. And then in time, we kind of grew attached to it, and then we just kept it around. Look at this. It's a capable truck though, for real. But ooh boy, we did it with other trucks. Without cargo, that is, of course. But you can see the power this truck is using. I love to see it. The tiny shakes, right, you know, of the metal frame and the tires. It's just so good to see. There we go. Put her in high gear. Now I noticed something, right, about the Russian trucks and the American trucks. I think the American trucks are way more speedy, aren't they? Of course, when we are talking about the heavy trucks at least. The off-roads I did not compare, but I have a feeling that I'm correct with that. And we could hear towards the right, I believe. I think so. Let's just try it out, because I know from the left we did come towards here. Yeah, I think the American trucks are a little bit quicker than the Russian heavy trucks. But then again, the Russian heavy trucks have all-wheel drive always on, most of them. And differential lock is almost always on. So there are benefits and negatives everywhere, of course. And I do appreciate the balance. It's kind of cool, by the way, that you see a main Russian or a main European or a main American truck user. And I have to implement European though, because there are European trucks in the game, like the Tatra, now the Mercedes, and some other ones. Now it's kind of funny, like I did mention this place before, right? You know, the brick factory. And let's deliver it here. Let's do a couple of hauls. And you know, like I mentioned it a couple of times before, and then later on we were actually wondering, like, I wonder there's a brick factory somewhere. You know, doesn't make too much sense there. All right, that's all of our fuel. That's not a lot though. Let me do a couple of these hauls until we do have, I don't know, everything in there that this big boy can actually handle, you know, with the fuel that we have left. I think that is a nice one. Or that we have everything that we created in there. That's a good one too. And this will be the last one for now. We don't have too much anymore anyways, right? You know, in our gas tank. There we go. 9 sandbags, believe it or not. I know. Beautiful stuff. Now 103 liters left. We probably could just barely do another one though. But I actually should show you what we do need here. But I don't want to risk it, you know. So there you go, there you go. Now what do we need here? Cement. Oh boy, that's going to be spectacular. I know. We have to haul a lot of that. And I hope I don't need another generator. Because if I do need another generator though, I'm going to cry. Well, we kind of do need a new one. And I don't have the finances for it. So what we will do is just make here whatever we do think that we do need. What do we need here actually? Okay, that is cool. Wooden planks, very cool. Wooden logs. So apparently we have to go a lot. Wow. That is a lot of log working here though. And we do need a lot of planks. So we need to bring a lot of logs towards the sawmill too. I think whoever told me that the Yukon has a lot of logs, I think you'd be lying to me. What do you guys think, huh? Yeah, definitely they have. Ouchie. Now, I do not know what we do need though further, like pipes or whatsoever. Drain departure, yeah, metal beams right over there. What about here? Cellulose? Interesting. Where do we get the cellulose from? Well, not here apparently. Huh. Yeah. I don't think we do need anything right now, but because we are going to refuel anything anyways, we are going to definitely do it. Right over here. Medium pipes, why not, right, you know? And then large pipe. I don't think we do need a large pipe anymore. There you go. I mean, you know, better now than never. I'm going to haul this back to the other location with the cat. And, I mean, we have done this already, dragging it towards here. We don't need to do it again, right? You know, together. Appa. It's not going to be an issue or anything after all, you know? It's going to be just straight over there. Whoppa. Because we have to go quite far, I think we will be utilizing the twin steer for a little bit, though. Yeah, I think there might be a smart haul, though. All of this going back and forth took me something like, okay, a little bit less than an hour though. A little bit less than an hour. So yeah, you can really see the logistics behind it though. It will be around 48 minutes to 55 minutes right now that I've been hauling. And that feels good because we really advanced though through the map because of that. But at the same time though, right, you know, it is something that's a little bit surreal. By just preparing anything, you know, and I love it. But yeah, you know, like, let's be smart about this too right now. Hoppa, truck storage. I kind of also want to try out a new big boy, of course, you know, with another. Where's my twin steer? Oh, it's on the outside. I remember. You know, like, there you go. you gotta be a little bit realistic about progress too, of course. And I always advise you, if you're playing it for fun or if you're playing it for anything like for yourself, right? You know, do whatever you want. Take as much time as you want. Use the biggest stuff and challenge yourself too, because you might think, right, you know, so we just... no, I don't have them. I do. Okay. See you in a second. The mighty BOAR. Oh, yeah. Let's go with the mighty BOAR and haul as much as we can. Oh, yeah. This is a beautiful trailer, by the way. You kind of sort of given it an official name, though. But then again, I do notice that the little dip of height is not a lot, though. So I get it. A couple of inches. It's not really worth mentioning too much, though. But at the same time, yeah, taller cargo can be put on there so you can avoid the max height of the bridge. So that's an interesting thing. So yeah, you know, like that is what you have to think about with these trailers. Anyways. Come on, there we go. Anyways, it's a step back trailer. A strap deck, not strap back. So yeah, you know, like it goes down. You can put a, let's say, generator on it, and you can afford small, tall bridges, though, right? You know, and it could be tall enough. That's why a small, tall one, because it's not like very high. Anyways, I should probably mention it properly too, right? But anyways, let's start and change the trailer, change truck, change the truck once more towards the BOAR. And now we can haul cement, though. So that's nice. So we do have quite a bit of space over here. But we do need a lot of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We do not have the capacity to actually do that right now. So that's a bad place. But we have 4. 5. Okay, that's decent, though. So we can do 4 more. Why not, why not, why not, why not? The issue is, though, right, you know, we have to arrive there too, right, you know? So we can have a couple of choices, though, with our haul. But this is the most difficult part right now, right? You know, to get actually proper aligned there at the rear. Okay, now we can make that turn. It is easier than you think, though, especially in real life. Although the consequences in real life are just extreme, though, so be careful there. But there are some steering wheel tricks that you can have, also with a simulation steering wheel. Mine broke, sadly, my Moza. And yeah, I'm going to save some money, you know, slowly aside. I want to do some other investments first, you know, to actually enhance the quality of the streams and all. Well, streams, videos. But yeah, you know, if you have your hand on the lower part, your trailer moves where you steer to, right? So if you're at the bottom part, you steer you steer to the right, the rear of your trailer is going to the right. Now, if you steer then to the left, the same goes there. And if you are steering to the top, if you have your hand on the top of the steering wheel, and you turn to the right, well, your trailer is going to go to the opposite. So keep that in mind. It helps you out a lot, though, in real life. It's one of the best tricks that I can ever teach you, though, if you didn't already know it. Oh, we can do this, though. Easy peasy mode. Oh, we are really sunk in here. Yeah, that's a lot of weight, by the way, that trailer. We don't have the best mud capabilities right over here, right? You know, to conquer it with our tires. Man, the BOAR has some real nice height right now, too, with the upgrade that we found here. It's really nice, though. It's such a good truck, man. I can highly recommend it without any issues for any type of map. It's a monster. It's a wild BOAR, after all. Okay, come on, big boy. A little bit more and then we are fine. It's the rocks though here, man. They are way, way thick down there at the deepest part. And yeah, a little bit of fight back, right? You know, with your momentum. Yeah, that just halts you completely in your tracks. Especially if you don't have the grip that you do want or that you do need. Interesting. Do you see that? Wow. We are struggling here. Alright, that's a little bit disappointing. Then again, the rear is still right between rocks and mud. Oh, there you go. Did you see it? Really though, big boy. Alright. It's really struggling right now. There we go. There we go. There was something. Oh, yep, there. Do you see that rock? Yep. Alright. Every truck was struggling with that, though. I can tell you already. Physics, right? Just one little marble. Okay, not the smallest one, though. But let's say you got a little brick, a small brick, right? Not a full-size brick. Or you have, let's say, a very thick book and you put it behind your... Oh, there we go. You put it behind your tire when you are on a slope. Your car, your truck is not rolling, though. That's the weirdest thing. It just sits a little tiny force behind it that just keeps it away from momentum, though. But if the momentum starts, yeah, you're in trouble, dude. You're in trouble. But how cool is that, though? That the smallest of objects can actually hold away tons of weight for rolling down the hill. And I'm not talking about a 90-degree slope, of course, you know. But, you know, it is still very, very impressive. Okay, we do need to get some gasoline because we are going to go on a very, very hilly, bumpy roadsides, and actually might avoid that. We are going to take the long route for once. We are going to conquer a little bit of mud here and there, though, but we are going to do what I just said. It's going to be very good, though. Yeah, it definitely will. Because we did not take that one for a while. I love it. Because if I see it right now, it's also a calculative thing, right? You know, if we are struggling with the trailer and the 5 cement bag cargo slots, right? And that's a lot of weight, though. One of these bags easily weighed around, well, in my memory, though, they did weigh around 20 kilograms. Let's say 12 pounds. That's a lot of weight, though, right? You know, and then if you calculate how many there are, there's a couple of tons extra there. The trailer alone is already a couple of tons. The truck alone too. So all of that combined, that's a massive, massive haul, though. Yeah, I actually wonder how many there are. Huh. How many tons of extra cargo, though, that we are hauling here. So yeah, you know, like if we consider all of that, yeah, there is no wonder, man, you know, that we are struggling a little bit against the rocks and mud. Now, we do have to save money, believe it or not, right? Now that I have seen that we have to take care of a lot of logs. We have a long log trailer in the other map, which is great. So that's very nice. We don't have to build it anymore. A medium log. I think we have a truck trailer that we can just attach as an add-on. We don't have anything for double logs, though. So I think we might actually buy one. Although I don't like trailers very much, we will get one of those trailers because you can attach it actually on the truck itself, like this one. And then I do really enjoy trailers. Shall we actually try the left side? I think you guys want me to struggle a little bit, right? You know, with some heavy cargo. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's just do it, right? You know, it's going to be fun anyways. Now, if we have to go there again, though, with something, we might actually use the Avonhorn for it. To see which is the ultimate big boy. The Avonhorn or the mighty BOAR. Cabin is something else, though. I really appreciate it. It's so cozy, man, with all the soft padding and all. It does feel like a home, though. Just a very small home to begin with, but it does give that vibe. You know, like, we only need a couple of curtains, though, right? You know? Wait a minute. The BOAR is a Russian truck? Peter Pep, something like that. Oh yeah, we are already stuck though. This is great. I love it. This is great. Well, there are ways that we can actually go through here without any issues, to be very fair with you. We can just hook it up and off and on and off and just pull it forward. Although that might be an absolute momentous mammoth Herculean task. And I'm rambling though. But yeah, it will be almost impossible. Why? Because the anchors right there, the legs are going to be digged in, and we cannot have that, though. We cannot have that. We had a lot of issues with a little hillside in Michigan. If you have seen those videos, yeah, that was something else. Okay, we are past those big rocks over there. We also have to be careful, and we have to balance our cargo. We don't want to lose that. But we also want to be close enough to the trees that we can actually grab them with our winds if we need it. There's a lot of thinking here required, and a lot of pre-planning if there is something going wrong. Now, if something goes wrong, we can always get the Avonhorn over here and see how it will perform. If our BOAR is completely stuck, I think that's a beautiful little challenge to actually do. Let's just try to do this one before we actually plan of giving up with the BOAR, which we don't, by the way. It's just options that I'm mentioning. All right. It is kind of funny, like the transaction of the power to our wheels, though, feels like we are struggling there with the transaction of the power, huh? Oh, it broke. Not good. Well, at least we have some extra momentum right now. Oh, by the way, this is a high saddle. Low saddle is impossible with this trailer and with super tall trucks. I have to say, though, the BOAR is really doing good. For what it's struggling with the cargo weight, the size of the rocks, and the uneven terrain. Yeah, I have to say, though, I do appreciate it. As if we have doubted about that one, but it is a good truck. It's a mighty truck, and I love the design of it. Yeah, man, a Russian truck with all-wheel drive and differential lock. As, you know, switchable. That is interesting, huh? I never paid attention to this little detail. It's the same with the Avonhorn being a Dutch truck while looking like an American 60s, 70s truck. You know, with the caramel colors and all. Typical aesthetics of the time. You know what I mean? And yeah. And then European trucks are all automatic, though, right? You know, they were at the time not, of course. What are we stuck on here? Ah, do you see that? It's the tree here. Let's go back. Yeah, that tree's kind of stuck though in my tire apparently. Oh, there we are. And then you have those physics quirks of the game, of course, you know, that is messing with us a little bit. But yeah, European trucks are mostly automated though, with gears and all the other need bees. So, you know, like the Avon is kind of an anomaly though. It really, really is, especially if you see the town, what it's named after. Small streets and all, you know. Oh, look at my gasoline, by the way. It's good that we did actually fuel her up though, huh? It is very good. It guzzles it away. But yeah, no wonder. So much power is needed to transport all of this. Especially in the smartest routes that we are doing right now, huh? Yeah, but we are doing it though, huh? We are doing it. Now I think I'm going to siphon every little bit of fuel from the Zikz right over there. Put it in the BOAR. And then go towards the gas station. Although we can do the gas station without any issues right now. Yeah. Alright. Let's make... Okay, 4 bricks. There we go. But you... What is that, though? We don't need that one though, huh? We do want to have a package sand. There you go. Yeah, 4 bricks. Nice. Let's make a nice turn. Although the turn radius is now not optimal, I have to admit. Yeah, let's just pull her a little bit back over here. Efficiency is being smart though about things. And it's not always speed. Off we go. Let's hope that we do arrive before the sun is completely going down. We have plenty of light still. But for how long that remains, I don't know. But we want to arrive before nightfall. And then of course, you know, have a nice little sleep over there at the factory. We came a far way by creating these bricks though. It feels like we are transporting gold, you know? Oh yeah. The crew is going to be happy right over there. They can earn their salaries too, you know? Construction work and all. Very nice though, huh? Life goes on and people can afford life again. That's what we are doing it for. As you can see though, the sun is really setting rather quickly though. Every second it's getting darker right now. So there goes my wish and dreams for arriving before nightfall. But I hope they still have a nice little pizza for us left, you know. Oh yeah. Talking about pizza and a strange snack. Pecky was craving cookies last days. And we are not going daily towards the store whatsoever. So I did buy her 2 kilograms of cookies from Amazon. I think that will quieten her up a little bit, huh? Yeah, the issue if we are going daily towards the store, you always find things that you don't have yet, although you don't need it at all, because you really don't. You never use it or you never buy it. But whenever you go for a snack, it becomes a massive haul. And every snack here, at least, are priced around the same amount, right? You know, no matter the size. And there are no real small sizes. They are all medium. So they all stack on very quickly though. It's always at the upper €2, US dollars, right? You know, and it just stacks on and stacks on. And out of nowhere though, right, you know, your wallet is a whole lot lighter. And then you look back for what you did buy, let's say for 27 to 30 euros. And you have, let's say, 10 snacks for the entire month, or with multiple people for a week or something. And then you check we are going the wrong way. I already had a feeling about it though, but let's just keep going on. And then, you know, you're sharing it and it just goes away real quickly. And it's good that you're sharing it, because those calories, man, somehow they are all around the same amount too, huh? 500 to 600 calories. How strange is that? You know, like per 100 grams, that is. Isn't that a little bit strange though? But yeah. Now, that's a lot of money though. Well, if you get a chunk of cheese and some sausages and some pickles and all, you know, now that's a whole lot cheaper, a whole lot healthier, and it makes you a lot fuller though. But sometimes you just want to have that sweet. Oh no, we better turn around here though, because that's a downside hill there for scout trailers. Yeah, that sweet tooth wants a little bit of love too at times, right? 2 kilos. Oh man, had you ever had a box of 2 kilos of cookies though? And they are quality cookies, by the way. I wonder how long she will last with it. Oh no. Yep, 40 liters left though. And we went the wrong way too. I think we do need a little bit of love from the Zikz, huh? Let's just drive until we cannot anymore, and then we will see. Because the gas station is still... Well, it's around the corner though, but that corner takes quite a while to pass through. Especially with all the sandbags and the mud and me taking a wrong turn. Oh yeah. You can actually see the gas station right over there. America's best. Yeah, that is a good one over there, but we are going downhill here, and then we are going to go back up. Now, I really do truly hope, though, that we can go through here, because I don't want it to get stuck in the river, you know, especially not a flowing river. The physics keeps going on after all, and if we are looking the wrong way, you know what happens, right? You know, we will lose our cargo. 30 liters though, my boys. Ouch. That is out though. That is big out. Differential log difference is not a lot. Let's just park him over here. Zikz 612 H. Only 100 liters though. Yeah, that's not a lot either. And we are losing some before we get there too. Ay, 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 ay. While arriving here, I don't think we were able to actually make it with the little bit of gasoline we had left. Yeah, well, let's just call it diesel because it is diesel. But yeah, you know, like, let's go to the gas station. Hopefully we do arrive there on time. And we have 40 liters left. Oh boy. Do you guys think we will make it? It is very close by though. If we only arrive on the highway on time, we could just speed up our way right there. This is a close call though. This really is pushing it to the limit. Come on, big boy. Don't just stand still because it takes away liters too, right? Ah, there you go. There you go. High gear. We do need speed. Oh yeah. Of course, the last little bit right now is a little bit tough. But with 31 liters though, we will definitely be able to do this. By the way, looking at the fuel usage here, look at that. It is less than half of the BOAR. Yeah, and the BOAR is hauling a lot of cargo though. Keep that in mind. Wow, that is something else. And it's proper dark right now too. Let's see, do we make it? Oh yeah, definitely we will make it. It's right around the corner here though. Woo! Oh, that's a sweet relief though, ain't it? Wait a minute, was that an eye? Oh yeah, look at that. Got some wolves there staring at us. That's wild, wild land, huh? There we go. We made it though. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's also do the trunk and of course the service kit. Woo-wee. Sweet Louise, right? Wow, look at the flicker though, huh? Alright, refuel. The BOAR has nothing. Only 5 liters left though. Poor, poor little BOAR. There we go. Booyah. 300. Stop. Change the truck. Haul it. Nice, right? Little pecker on the cheek right there. And off we go, boys. Off we go. This is not going to be an issue from here on, though. The mud is decent. The sand is actually dry at most places. As you can see, there's a little patch here and there thrown in between, but that's nothing, though. That is nothing. The rocks, playable. Feels always nice, huh? Massive cargo, good trucks, good fuels, even at night. I kind of miss driving at night though, but I do realize it's not the best fuel experience. But yeah, you know, night, I don't know. It feels good. It's like well, we all were driving alone, right, together, right, you know? But at night, it feels like we are isolated from the world. We are the only ones working and hauling, you know? It feels really, really nice. Let's put her in high gear. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a struggle here. You know what? I kind of want to do it in daytime, because when we are going to build this, it will be daytime anyways, because we want to see it, right? Let's just put it back. Kind of slept here in our little truck, right? You know, in our little chair there. Oh, the back might be mighty sore though later on, especially the rear. We don't feel that anymore. Off we go. Well, I have to say though, BOAR, respect here. Lots of other powerful trucks are struggling there. And yeah, that's the issue with the BOAR though. So it has a lot of power against mud and all, as long as there's nothing in the mud, you know what I mean? No hidden, you know, like fallen trees, no dead trees, in other words, no rocks, because if that does happen though, we are in an issue. Now it doesn't have, in other words, if we translate that in, yeah, let's just translate it in a way that it makes the most sense, just directly. It doesn't has the power to push itself over obstacles, if that makes sense. But it has the power to push through an obstacle. In case, you know, like rocks don't break, but mud gets flattened. I know how it sounds like though, right? You know, like, what? Duh. But it is good to know the distinction, right? You know, between the two. Because as you can see, it really didn't struggle. It didn't struggle over there. Now, if there are tiny rocks in the way, it does struggle a lot though. And if you have a lot of mud, but you don't have a lot of obstacles in the mud though, then you can really use the BOAR. Now, if it's a lot of rocks in here and there, avoid the BOAR. That is what I'm trying to say about all of this though. And it makes a lot of sense. So the BOAR gets actually a higher value for the right task, instead of just, well, let's just YOLO it and see what happens. We all have to be tactical about these trucks, and we have to be smart in how we are going to use them and how we are going to implement them. And I think we all can appreciate that. And I really think the BOAR is an underestimated truck though, because if you are trying it out in difficult terrain with rocks or fallen dead trees, then yeah, you might actually park it in your garage and say sayonara, adios amigos. And you lose out on a mighty, mighty truck though, I can tell you about that already. It's good that we did actually figure it out. There you go, my boys. Oh, the last one. Boom. Now, I'm extremely proud about this, though. And I thought the thing that we are looking at right now, right? You know, the silos, and then over there will be different. No, we did build them together at the same time. How cool is that? Fantastic, we did it. Thanks for all your work. Here is your reward. $35,500 my friends. Now that is a beautiful haul that I'm happy to do and to get, and I will do it all again though. Now what we want to do though is actually make the Wisconsin truck trip. Interesting. The cellulose 16 times the details. Now let's see though. Skip time. No, we are pressing the wrong buttons here. Here we go. Where do we have to get that from? Deliver to unloading zone. Yes. Oh, wait a minute. No way. Aha. I thought we had to deliver it from here. Oh, now that is cool though. That is nice. I apologize though for the new factory, but there you go. Hopefully they have engineers close by. Now this is going to be fun though. This is going to be mighty. There we are. Beautiful though. 5 at a time. That's 3 hauls and 1. Now the 1 is a special one though, isn't it? Now by that, I also want to thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful time, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay happy, stay healthy. Don't forget to subscribe though. Bye bye.